Okay, everyone. Hello. This is our second training session, which will be focusing on the guidebook specifically. Now, the guidebook is a very important document when it comes to delegates as well as chairs. The guidebook will be basically presented by Abdurrahman Hajir, who is our current Chief of Staff. Other than that, I'd like to remind you that on April 2nd and 3rd is our conference. Okay. So make sure you have the guidebook downloaded. Okay. I will be pasting the link for the download of the guidebook. It is also on our website. So you should keep a copy with you, especially if you're new to MUN, and that can assist you to the best of its ability. Basically, it's a very long document. We're not asking you to go through the whole thing, but it is advisable that you go through the basics. Okay. Now, another announcement is that we have got an idea for a game night. So for the game night, we will be basically asking all delegates to attend if they want to. Okay, it's not compulsory. So in game night, we will basically be running a few games for the delegates and making sure that the ice is broken before the conference. Um, so please, if you do want to join, then answer the form, and we will be choosing the most suitable day for you. Okay, it's not going to be based on our opinion. Obviously, it's going to be before the conference. The conference is on April 2nd. Okay, so make sure you do. Or answer the form that Abdurrahman has posted in the chat. And in terms of the games we're going to play, okay, you can give your suggestions in the chat box on the form itself, and you can type in the games that you'd like to play. Otherwise, we will be organizing our own. There isn't anything solid right now because we want your opinion. So yeah, we will be asking for your opinion first. We're not going to be telling you the games right now. So please focus on this session. It's very, very important. Okay. If you did not attend yesterday's session, well, there is a recording which was sent to your email. We have no other means of sending it to you. Okay. So please be active on your email. We are recording this session for you as well. So if you miss out on any information, you will be able to look back at it. Okay. So, Abdurrahman, you have it basically.
Thank you, Abbas. So, as Abbas said, we will be going over the guidebook today. The presentation shouldn't take too long, and I hope you find it useful. Okay, so just a quick reminder of the training session days that you have. We've completed Become the Best Delegate yesterday, which was presented by the Director of Delegate Affairs. If you did miss out on it, please make sure you watch the recording. It was a very good presentation, and I'm sure you found it useful. So there's the guidebook today, and then tomorrow there is the MUN specific procedure, and after tomorrow there's the Discord training. Okay, I've attached the schedule in the PowerPoint just so that you can look over it. This PowerPoint will be sent to you, so you'll have access to all the resources in the PowerPoint. So just a quick reminder of the main submitters. So for the EBC, it's USA and China, and General Assembly is Canada and Russia, Security Council, Pakistan and India, Human Rights Council is Turkey and Russia. Now, if you are a main submitter, make sure you put in that extra research, as you're one of the key players in the debate. Okay, so I thought we'd go over a glossary quickly of words that are frequently found in the Guidebook. So a delegate is an elected representatives, and the conference resolution is a document that contains all issues that the committee wants to solve and the proposed solutions to that issue. Now, in our conference, we will provide you with the resolutions, and each committee has 2 resolutions. We'll debate on them, and you can also make amendments for the resolutions. And that leads on to the next word, amendments. So they are changes to an operative clause of the resolution. chair facilitates debate according to the rules of procedure, and the Secretary General is the head of the Secretariat and manages the chair. If there's any words that you don't understand in the guidebook, you can always use the link below over here to search them up and find out what they mean. Okay, so just quickly going over what the guidebook is. It's a 53-page document that contains detailed information on the procedure as we use in WMUN. It's an excellent way to learn how WMUN is run, especially for the new delegates. And it's a good first option to learn about anything that you don't understand. And if there's something that you don't get from the guidebook, you can always go and ask your chair or a secretariat member, or even email the WMUN delegate affairs at gmail.com with any questions that you have. The document is 53 pages long. We do not expect you to read it all, but it can be a good way to find out any information that you do not want to get. So now I will just run through an example of how to find, for example, point of information. Point of information is a frequently used point, frequently raised up point for the chair in WMUN conferences. And so it will be useful to know what it means. So the guidebook has a contents page, and we should look under points, section 6, to try and find out where the point of information is. And you'll see 6.4, it does say point of information. So once you find out a phrase or word that you're looking for, you click on it, and there should be a hyperlink that will send you to the specific page. And so once you click on the hyperlink, you will find the phrase or the word on that page. And so just for those of you who don't know, a point of information is in the form of a question, which is directed towards the speaker who has the floor. This can only last for about a minute, and the peers or speaker can ask you to phrase or repeat your point. Okay, so another quick method that I want to go over. You can always click Control F or Command F if you're on Mac to search a word you don't understand, and it will take you to anywhere where the word is found in the document. So when you click Control F, the search bar will appear. You type in your word, you click Enter, and it will direct you to that section. Okay, now please note, don't be intimidated by its large size. 53 pages is quite a lot. If you've been to an MUN before, you probably already know most of the things in there. And it's large because it contains all the specific details of MUN, and you don't need to read it all. And you probably won't be using most of the terms in it. Okay, so as I said before, use it as a first stop to find out any new information that you don't know. And any further queries, please ask the chair. The guidebook also contains the rules of procedure, and so your chair will be familiar with it too, so I'm sure they'll be ready to answer any questions you have on it. Some of the information in the guidebook is relevant to previous versions of WMUN, so not all of it will be applicable. So since we already provide you with resolutions, lobbying and merging is not required, and you do not need to read that section. I've compiled a list of sections that I'd like you to read. It's only 6 pages long, and it should take you like 15 minutes. These are the most important sections that I've found, and I'm sure you'll gain a lot of benefit, especially if you have not attended an MUN yet. This is almost a must for you. Okay, so just quickly going over what points are. So they're used to clarify questions or point out errors in the proceedings of the committee. These are always used for procedural purposes. So if the discomfort is seriously impairing your ability to participate in the debate, so here in online debating, it might be that your internet connection is slow. You can raise a point of personal privilege about this to the chair. And this concerns matters like a cold room or inaudible delegate. So please try to avoid interrupting a speech with points of personal privilege. You will be given time to raise these points when needed. Okay. Now, if you have any questions, please type them in the chat box now. We'll try answering all your questions, but due to the large volume of questions received last time, we may not be able to answer yours. So if we do not answer your question, please email the email listed over here. Stays over here, sorry.
Okay, so I'll be going over the Q&A session today. So we will be answering questions till 4:25. Okay, so any questions you post between now and then, I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. So the first question we have is from Nada. We will be debating for or against the resolution, correct? Do we debate for or against, or for and against? Will you be asking us on our topic? Is there a guide on the points we need to know about our topic? Okay, so it depends on what your country sides with. Okay, for example, in Security Council we have Pakistan and India. Now, if we have a country like Saudi Arabia, which is an Islamic country, it would rather support Pakistan, and it would say, okay, well, I will be speaking. The delegate of Saudi Arabia will be speaking for Pakistan and against India. Okay, so you have to really do your research, okay, on where your country stands. You cannot speak for and against, okay? That just ruins the whole purpose of this, okay? You have to find which side you're on. If you abstain, okay, if your country says, okay, well, I don't side with either of these countries, then in that circumstance, you can speak for and against, but that's a very rare instance, okay? And chairs will be seeing which side you're siding with, if you're right or wrong, okay? So there will be a guide on the points you need to know about your topic. This guide is called the chair report. The chair report will be sent tomorrow, okay? So please do stay active on your email that you signed up with. The chair report will, if you do not do your research, the chair report is around a 20-page document which will include all the details about your committee and what you need to know about the debate. So please do stay active on your email. What games should we have in the game night? Well, if you have any games in mind, please put it on the form and we will try to consider which one is best. Is this the document that you guys were talking about that has that has info that we can use in the discussion? This document, okay, it's around 55 pages, I believe. It literally has anything, okay. But this is not the document that I was talking about yesterday. That's called the chair report, which I explained right now will include all the details, okay. It has all the information about your committee and everything, okay. So that will really help you. Okay, so the 55-page document is something completely different. What's a game night? Okay, a game night is basically, it's going to be a session like this one, okay, and we're probably going to try to play games with you guys, so that you guys can connect with each other and like with us, because we don't want this to be a very formal relationship, but we want the delegates to feel safe, and we want them to enjoy our conference rather than taking it very seriously. Obviously, it is a serious thing, but if we have a great game night, we will be able to connect with each other better. Is it possible if we can get the presentation sent on the email? Yes, we send the presentation every night after the training session. You should be active on your email. Last night we sent our Becoming the Best Delegate presentation along with the recording. What is a main submitter?
I sent this question about the presentation. So, is it possible if we can get the guidebook also sent an email?
Yeah, okay. We will send the guidebook. It's on our website as well, okay? But I will send the email. Sorry, our Department of Delegate Affairs will be sending the email, including the recording of this presentation, the presentation itself in PDF format, and the guidebook link. Okay, we won't send the whole document, but not just a download link. Okay, so what is a main submitter? Okay, we have answered this question in our training session yesterday. If you weren't there, please access the recording and you will be able to know from that. Other than that, it's on our guidebook as well. Can you send the Google slide so I can read it later on? Yes, Hashim, we will be sending you it in PDF format. Okay, so it will be on your email. Will joining the game night increase the chance of being chosen as best delegate? Not at all. Okay, game night is just a fun little thing that we're going to do for like 30 to 45 minutes. Okay, or even like an hour. Okay, I do know that some of you, some of the delegates here are very like into the gaming side of things. Okay, so if you guys have any idea of like, doing any sort of games that will be fun, then just let us know, okay, through the form. Okay, don't email us because then that'll be too many emails to handle. Okay, so no, it does not increase the chance. Okay, it's just a fun little thing that you can use to connect with your other delegates in your own committee and in other committees. How long will the game night be? Well, like I said, it can be around like 45 minutes to like an hour, or, we might as well just do 30 minutes. It really doesn't, it's nothing solid right now because we want your opinion as delegates. Can you tell us what we do in game night? Okay. Like I said, it's just going to be a fun little thing where we can connect with each other. Okay. It will, there'll be like small little games. Okay. Like called like icebreakers sometimes. Okay, it can be a little quiz, like a trivia quiz. Like I said, again, it's nothing solid. Um, there are a lot of questions about the game night, which I didn't know was going to be the case, but I thought there'd be more questions about the guidebook. But okay. In the game night, are we going to speak or type? Okay. It really depends what type of game we play. Okay. If it's a game which requires you to unmute yourself, then you'd probably have to. But we're going to try to avoid that because, like we saw yesterday, okay, yesterday we had more attendance and we had like everyone just unmute themselves in 1 second and it was a chaos. So we'll try to avoid that, but it is what it is. Do we need to write a position paper? Okay. Not necessarily. Okay. If you want to do it for your own benefit, then go ahead. But we do not grade your position paper or we don't mark it. Okay. If you want to make one, then make one. We don't make delegates write position papers. Okay. If you want to do it, then do it, but it won't increase your chance of, getting an award. It will prepare you better. Okay, and if you're prepared, then that means you'll be able to win an award. Well, your chance to win an award will be better. So if a main submitter for a resolution is not active, can another delegate be able to take over? Yeah, that is the case. Okay, that's a very good question. So for instance, the delegate of the United States is the main submitter in one of the councils, I believe. So in that council, okay, we will, if the delegate of the States says that, well, I cannot make it anymore, then we will ask one of the other delegates to take over that position. Okay, so they'll have to leave their own country and then become the delegate of the United States. If that's the case, we will help that delegate. Okay, we won't say that, okay, now you have the US, just prepare by yourself. No, we're going to ask you if you need any help, and if you do need any help, we will host private sessions during the conference. So you can either have a session with me or the upcoming Secretary General Sebastian or one of your chairs. Okay, so we keep the delegates' best interests in mind when we do these conferences. Okay. When exactly is the session for those who have not used Discord before? Okay, so the session for this is on Saturday, I believe. Abdurrahman, if you can please present the training session slide, that'll be great. Um, I believe it's on Saturday, 4 p.m., same time. Okay. If you cannot make it, then please email us before and we will send you a recording. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Can we interrupt a delegate for a point of privilege if our internet is slow, or is it only for audibility? Okay. Yes, you can. Okay. So just to go over what point of privilege is for those who don't know, if you say that if your internet connection is low, for example, then you can raise a point of privilege and say the delegate of Pakistan cannot hear the delegate of Saudi Arabia, for example. Okay, so you can say that. You can interrupt in that instance, but you cannot interrupt for a point of information. When will we be given a list of information we must mention and include in our debate, or will it be free writing? Okay. So, like I said, the chair report will include all the information that you need. Okay. And it's not limited to that. You can use any other documents other than the chair report. Okay. But the chair report is created by your chairs in the committee, and you will get to know who your chairs are. You'll get to read their introductions, your committee introductions, your topic introductions. Everything is on there. Okay. However, you can research by yourself. Okay. We're not saying that you have to use the chair report, but it's just something that is very useful. When do we find out who our chair is? Okay, you will find out tomorrow. In your chair report, it will include all the names of your chairs and your president, your committee president. Okay, including their introduction. So they'll say something like, "Hi guys, my name is." For example, if I was going to do one, I'd say, "Hi guys, my name is Abbas Akbari. I am studying in the British International School of Riyadh, and do. I'm interested in these things. I look forward to this debate." Something like that. Okay. Is there a way to know who is with you in your committee? Um, you won't. Okay, so we do have an agreement. Okay, according to our security and safeguarding policy as well as our bylaws, that we do not share the delegates' personal information. Okay, so all the delegates who are here right now, your first name, last name, age, and email is with us, okay? But we do not share that information with any other delegate or any other club out there, okay? So that's the agreement we have, and that's your security and safeguarding policy. So your information is protected with us. Therefore, we cannot let you know the names of the people that are in your committee. However, you can know the other countries, okay? So you can know that, for example, if I'm the delegate of India in the Security Council, I can know that there's going to be a delegate of Pakistan, there's going to be a delegate of the United States, there's going to be a delegate of China. You know, you'll know that along with your chair report. Are the meetings on the second and third going to be online? If so, do we have to turn our cameras on? Yes, it will be online on Discord. Okay. Make sure you have a personal Discord account which has a sensible name. Um, and if you don't know how to make one, we will tell you how. We will show you how to make one on Saturday. Okay. And no, you don't have to turn your cameras on. You can if you want to, but it will be kind of awkward just staring at a blank screen. Um, but yeah, you don't have to turn your cameras on. Okay. We respect people's privacy and people's wish to cover up. So we don't force you to turn your cameras on. Can we access the slideshow? Yes, you can. We will send the presentation to you tonight. Okay. If we stutter, mispronounce, or unable to find the right word, will it affect our chances of winning? Not really. Okay. It's if you repeat that mistake quite a lot. Okay. If you do it like once or like 3 times, okay, that's okay. But if you keep on repeating your mistake and not learning from it, then obviously that will affect your chance of winning. However, around 70% of our delegates are new to MUN as a whole. So a lot of the times we let that go, but we do like disturb you or like stop you in your debate and say that, okay, well, it's not pronounced this way, it's pronounced this way. It's nothing shameful, okay, because obviously no one else knows your name in that committee. So it's nothing shameful. It's not like the chairs shout at you. Okay, they will just say, "Delegate, this is how it's pronounced," or "Delegate, please refrain from using personal pronouns." Okay. Where can we find the 55-page document? It's on our website, but we will be sending you the link tonight. Okay, to download it. Okay. Let's see. WMUN Department of Delegate Affairs. What is your IQ? As a department, there's no collective IQ, okay? But an interesting fact about the Department of Delegate Affairs, okay, it's not only run by one person, okay? There are quite a few people working to make sure that you have a good debate, okay? I will be extending the Q&A session by 5 minutes because there are a lot of questions. Um, Again, you don't need to write a position paper. Okay. Is the game not going to be online games or actual games? It's going to be online games because we cannot meet each other. During April 2nd and 3rd, how many people will be in each Discord call? Okay, good question. Around each committee is around 40 people big. Okay, and we have like 4 committees. However, since the actual Security Council only has 15 members, we have copied that into ours because it's a simulation of the United Nations. So there will be around, I'd say, around 35 to 40 people in each Discord call. Okay. However, I do know that from past experience, a lot of delegates drop out last minute. Okay. Hopefully that isn't the case this time. And I know it's a little intimidating. Okay, guys, I recognize that. When I joined MEN 4 years ago, I hated it. Okay, I really did. Um, and my friends just forced me to do it. Okay, but trust me, it's an amazing experience. Okay, you really won't regret it, and we make sure that it's enjoyable. Okay, so don't worry about that. If we want to tell you about a game that we would like to try, where do we tell you? You answer the Google form. So we'll send that in the chat again. Abdurrahman, if you can send it again. Is the position paper a good guide to help you know more about the topic? It is, okay. You should learn how to make a position paper. Just search online how to make a position paper for MUN. Again, you don't have to make one, okay? It's completely up to you if you want to make one, but it is a very good thing to make because it basically summarizes what your country thinks about the topic, right? And that'll be really good to have open on the side during the conference. Which sections are needed to read for the conference? Abdurrahman, if you can present it again, but we will be sending. Oh no, he sent it. Okay, Abdurrahman sent it in the chat. Um, what type of information should I research about my country? Okay, very good question. You should research where your country stands in that issue. Okay, for example, in Security Council, we have the issue of settling disputed territories. Now, there's the delegation of Pakistan and India, and we all know the Kashmir issue regarding both countries. So, according to that, if I were the delegate of Pakistan, I would say, okay, well, obviously, the Pakistani government does not agree with India having administrative control over Jammu and Kashmir, right? So then I would say, okay, the Pakistani government is against the Indian government in this issue, right? So research those sort of things. Where does your country side in terms of the issue? And then the second thing you should research is which main submitter your country is siding with. Okay, for example, in the General Assembly we have Canada and Russia. Okay, Canada is a very liberal and progressive country. Russia is a very conservative country. Okay, so both are drastically different. Okay, so for example, if I were the delegate of Iran, for example, I wouldn't side with Canada, right? I would side with Russia, which is a very close ally of Iran, and I would go against Canada, right? So research those sort of things. It will give you a really good idea of what to do during the conference. The guidebook will be sent on my Gmail, right? Yeah, it will be sent to you. A download link will be sent to you. It won't be sent as an attachment. So you can download it via the link. Is the resolution provided by the chairs? Yes, the resolution is provided by the chairs. The resolution will be shared with you by tomorrow night. Okay. By latest, it will be shared with you on the 28th. Okay. But tomorrow night is probably going to be the time you're going to receive your resolution. Why is the conference held on Discord and on Google Meet? Well, on Discord, we are able to make breakout rooms, which are really helpful. Okay. Google Meet is very collective, and we can't have more than 100 people on the call. Okay, so that's why Discord is best. Again, on Sunday, I believe, actually, or is it Saturday? One of those days, you have the trading session on Discord. Okay, so please make sure you join that one if you don't know how to use Discord. Okay. Can you please give an example of how will the debating be? Okay. So we might, okay, this is still in discussion, but we might do a mock debate um during the game night, okay, to show you, like, experienced people will be doing it. You don't have to do it. You'll get to observe, okay. And you can see us how we debate, we like to debate, and what we want to see from you in MUN, okay. Also, again, if you want to leave, you can leave. The Q&A session is not compulsory. The Discord invite link will be sent to you shortly, okay. Obviously before the conference, it will be sent on your email. So again, please make sure you are active on your email.